Hi YouTube, it's Christy. I'm going to do my labor and delivery video. Basically, on September 16th at about 8:30, I started leaking a little bit of fluid, and I was pretty sure it was my water. It just felt like I was peeing myself constantly. It was just small gushes, but it just kept coming and kept coming. I actually had bought some Depends underwear, so I put those on. And I wore those until we got up to the hospital, and then I changed into a pad. But it really just felt like I was peeing myself, but I was like, there's no way I'm peeing myself. So I called my doctor, and they said to go ahead and go into the hospital, so we did. I kind of just stayed around here for a little while because I was having no contractions, you know, nothing like that. So we got ready and went to the hospital about, I don't know, I think we got there about 10:30 maybe, and still no contractions. So they checked, they did some test, or they used a swab and just checked to see if it was in fact my water that was broken. And she said when she was checking that she was pretty sure that's what it was, because there was just so much fluid. So of course the test came back positive and my water did break, so they decided to go ahead and keep us. And again, still no contractions, so they said that they were going to have to start Pitocin, and I really didn't want to do that. So they said they could wait a couple hours, so about midnight, I still wasn't having any contractions, so they went ahead and started Pitocin, and then the contractions started pretty much immediately. And I finally got an epidural. It was just so painful after a while. I probably got the epidural about 1 maybe, and I didn't want to do the Pitocin, but they just really suggested doing it, so I went ahead and did it, and the contractions were terrible, so I went ahead and got an epidural about 1. It was the most painful thing ever. I thought the contractions were bad, but when they were putting that epidural in, it was terrible. My last one, I mean, it hurt, but it wasn't that bad. This time it seemed like it took them, 20 minutes to do it. It was just constant pain. So, gosh, it's just, I was crying. It was so painful. I mean, the contractions were pretty painful too, but that epidural was terrible. And then, once that was done, I could still feel the contractions. They had gotten a little bit better, but I could still completely feel them. So that's different than with Cameron, because once I had the epidural, I couldn't feel a single thing with him. So then, I just went through the contractions until about maybe 3:15 or so, and then I started feeling like I had to push. And they came and checked me, and I was about I think a 7. I was a 2 to 3 when I came into the hospital. And that's what I had been, at my last appointment, so that I didn't change any. But by the time I felt like I was about ready to push, I was a 7. And then I went to the bathroom, came back, and I was absolutely ready to push. So I called the doctor, and I kind of had to wait for him to get there. It was not my regular doctor that was on call, so it was a different doctor than I had that delivered. But I swear, it just felt like I had to wait forever for him to get there so I could push. And by the time he was there, I mean, he must have been almost ready to come out, because it was 2 pushes and he was out. And he weighed 7 pounds 14 ounces. He was 20.5 inches long, and I don't remember the head or anything like that, but he cried, and it was great. My husband cut the cord and all that stuff, and we got his footprints and all that kind of stuff, and then he was able to breastfeed, within 30 minutes. After they cleaned him up, they gave him to me, and then I was able to breastfeed, and he latched on great. He's a pretty good nurser. I'll do some sort of update on that later, but I'm still not having a great supply. but he does nurse really well. So yes, we had our baby, and he's, you know, he's perfect. We did have some complications afterwards, and just, not necessarily complications, but just worry. So I will do a separate video about that. We had to stay at the hospital 2 days because I was group B strep positive, so we had to stay 48 hours. So we were there a long time. It felt like forever. And then we went home. So yeah, I'll start off with another video on what happened after that. So, alright, thanks for watching, guys. Bye.